How's it going, and welcome back to the channel, where today we're doing something a little bit different to what we usually do. We are going geocache hunting. Now, if you don't know what geocaching is, it is essentially a treasure hunt where you've got to go out and find these things called geocaches. Usually it's like a box or a container of some form which has a logbook in it, and when you go and find it, you then sign this logbook to say you found it, and then you go on and replace that geocache, stay in the same spot as well. That's very important. And then you go off and go and find other ones. So the first one that we're going to find today is the Avon Valley #1 cache, which can be found at the Avon Valley Adventure and at Wildlife Park, which is sort of in between Bristol and Bath. And I thought, you know what, that would be a good one to go try and find to begin with. So I'm going to drive over to a car park, drop myself off, and then we're going to walk and try and find it through walking. There's no point in me just driving all the way there, because otherwise we're getting no fitness or anything. I've got a feeling that there may be 3 of these ones at Avon Valley. So there's trail 1, 2 and 3. We're going to just find #1 today, and maybe if people are enjoying these videos, we'll go for 2 and 3. And it says in the description that on the trail there'll be many viewpoints such as fields, farmland, railway track bridges, and maybe even a riverside walk. So there's lots of ways you can get there, so it should be a nice walk as well. It does say that the cache is partially buried in the ground with the permission of the landowner Harvey V. Douglas, and the Douglas family own most of the fields in the Avon Valley area, with Harvey being their point of contact as well. So we don't want to look too suspicious just digging in a random field as well. And what is also important for everyone that is doing geocaching is that to make sure there's no one else around, because you don't want to go hide it and then someone else take it and keep it. I can't remember what that's called. It's called like Muggle, something to do with Muggles, but basically it's like the Harry Potter theory of people that aren't in the magical wizardry world are therefore called Muggles. There are also additional hints as well, but we're going to try and not use them to begin with, see if we can work it out, but let's get going. I didn't actually think about it when it said dug in the ground, because I've not bought great shoes for muddy fields or gloves, so this might be a difficult one to get, but I have remembered my pen, and it is always important to remember the pen so you can sign your log. It also looks like the wildlife park's actually closed today, so it's a little bit eerie going down here, but it's still quite a nice walk, I have to say. Seen some trains, just walking through some fields right now, and then hopefully we'll find the cache. So it looks like the cache should be somewhere around this tree line here. So we're going to go over and have a look now and see if we can find it. I've just been looking around for about 10 minutes, but I've just noticed some rocks here. The hint was where Patrick Star lives, and I automatically knew from the SpongeBob days that it was going to be under a rock, and I think I found it now. Right, so let's take a look here then. And look what we found. We have found our first geocache, so we'll get this open and give it a sign. And it also looks like some people have left a few toys as well, so there's a football in there, an army man by the looks of it. Right, and now it's time for us to sign it. There we go, all signed, so hopefully some people that find it in the future can check on YouTube to see that we found it too. Found, signed and sealed, so now it is time to replace it for the next person to find. So we'll pop that back in there. Shove that over one side, then shove that over the other side, and it should be too obvious, and it also shouldn't be too difficult to find now. What I liked about that one is that it was in such a quiet place as well, so you don't have to worry about any of these muggles trying to spot me finding it and taking the stuff and things like that. So glad that's all done, and now we'll head back to the house and log it in on the app so that we can have our first smiley face on the map. So there we go, we have found Avon Valley Trail #1, and next time we'll be looking for Avon Valley Trail #2. But if you did enjoy this one, you have to let me know down in that comment section below, and also don't forget to hit that like button. 5 likes and we'll go and find Avon Valley #2, the Roman Road, next week. So I hope you all enjoy this one, and I'll see you all in the next one.